What up? Say so G. Back on the top, back on the video. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to title this video. I want to speak about real quickly the tragedy that happened a couple days ago with this commercial airline and this Black Hawk helicopter that crashed into each other at Reagan International Airport. As of recording this video, it is the first of February of 2025. It's a Saturday, and this tragedy happened on this past Wednesday. Whatever time you guys are watching this video, right? So, as a disclaimer, I'm not a pilot. I'm not a person that have been trained in aviation, anything like that. But I have been in helicopters before, Black Hawks in particular, and I was actually in a helicopter unit when I was deployed back in 2013, and I've flown in many Black Hawks, more than I can count actually. It seemed like I was always in the air doing something. But like I said, I'm not a pilot, I'm not a crewman. I would just say I'm just an IT person. But during the time I was deployed, I had to go from forward operating base to forward operating base called a FOB, right? Anybody that's been in the military will understand what I'm talking about. And the main transportation that we used was a Black Hawk because, of course, like I said, I was in a helicopter unit. A handful of times I flew in a Chinook, but mainly I was in a Black Hawk. So in saying that, I wanted to give my spiel on the situation, my thoughts. I don't want to speculate too much because, like I said, I don't have the expertise to fully, give a educated guess as far as what happened. But I can definitely speak to like the maneuverability of a Black Hawk. So, like I said, this is a really, really bad tragedy, yo. I ain't gonna front. Like it's really bad. I've flown in those kind of airplanes before, the smaller ones. Last time I flew in one was in Greece back in 2022. Me and my wife took a vacation out to Greece, and we took a flight from Mykonos to Athens, and it's one of those small aircraft with like you enter from the side, and when you first walk in, you have like a way to get to the back, way to get to the front, and then you have rows of seats that can sit maybe like two people in each seat. So it's a pretty small aircraft. It's not necessarily a small private jet, but it's probably one of the smaller aircraft you would see from a fleet of aircraft on a runway, right? So, hold on, y'all. So it was a pretty small plane, and then the Black Hawk is literally a black helicopter, right? But what I would tell you is when it comes to Black Hawks to me personally are considered like to me, they're considered the Ferraris of helicopters because they can maneuver very quickly. I've seen Black Hawks. Well, actually, I've been inside Black Hawks before where we avoided rockets, we avoided small arms fire, and Black Hawks are like, they can really move, man. They can really, really freaking move. It's amazing, honestly, it really is. So once again, I'm not going to speculate as far as like what happened, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a huge investigation when it comes to it. And at the end of the day, people passed away. So I think the blame game will come eventually. But as of right now, and this is all depending on when you watch this video. You may be watching this video like 5 years from now. But in real time right now, that doesn't matter as for like who fault it is. You know what I'm saying? What we need to be thinking about is the families of the people that was in the plane and the Army personnel that was inside the helicopter, because families have been destroyed from this tragedy. They really have. You know what I'm saying? So my hearts and prayers are to them. But what I want to speak on for just a few minutes here is the situation where folks are using DEI as a catalyst and as a talking point when it comes to this tragedy. And I think it's really despicable, honestly. I really believe so. I've seen some reports where folks are trying to say that the pilot was a transsexual. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of folks that watch my channel have heard me talk about my views when it comes to democratic policy, when it comes to the LGBTQ plus community. And honestly, you know, this is irrelevant as far as like folks trying to implement DEI and trying to spin this to politics. Like it's really crazy and ridiculous. It really is. You know what I'm saying? Here's my thing when it comes to this. So let's say for argument's sake that the pilot was a transsexual. I don't believe he was, honestly, but let's say that he was. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it was false, but let's say he was. Does that really matter? Does that really matter? You know what I'm saying? I have my views on policy when it comes to, you know, things that the Democratic Party passes and supports. But at the end of the day, you know, transsexuals are people. Gay men are people. Lesbians are people, right? So I have no ill will towards the LGBTQ plus community at all. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I can agree to disagree on certain things, but at the end of the day, these folks are still human beings, right? And for for DEI, I think DEI stands for what is it? Diversity, equality, and inclusion, right? And for folks to try to put this DEI stuff on this tragedy is really crazy, man. It really is, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm gonna say this too. Our new president, Donald Trump, actually mentioned this doing one of the I don't know if it was a press conference or some type of interview that he had at the White House. But honestly, I think that was a bad move. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can agree with what politicians and presidents say and do when it comes to how they view things. But there is such thing as bad press. It really is. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of what I agree with when it comes to how somebody does things in government, at the end of the day, people are human too. You know, presidents are human. And I really believe that him even mentioning DEI was a bad move. I really do. I really think it was a horrible move. I really do. Because at the end of the day, it does not matter, right? Even if DEI was what was the situation, which I truly believe it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But let's say it was, you know what I'm saying? Who cares? Folks perished. You know, folks passed away. You know what I'm saying? In my personal opinion, I do not believe that this was a mission where the pilot of the plane wanted to crash, and I don't believe that the pilot of the helicopter wanted to crash. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, mid-air collisions are not common. They're not normal, right? And you know, it's it's just not normal, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So for people to think that this was intentional, is crazy to me too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we'll all find out as the days pass. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Being in a mid-air collision could probably one of the most horrible ways to go out of here. So rest in peace to those involved. My prayers go out to the family, and real talk. Let's go ahead and keep our politics to the side, keep them to ourselves. We can have a discussion about politics and about DEI maybe weeks, even months from now. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, I think it's bad press. I think it's in bad taste to bring up DEI in this situation, and yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, drop some comments, comment section below. Let me know what y'all think. Um, yeah, I just had to speak about it because I've been inside Black Hawks before. Like I said, countless times. They are some extremely maneuverable helicopters. They can move. They can move, y'all. I have been inside them. You know, they transversing mountains, going at fast paces or whatever. Like this it's a really fast maneuver helicopter. So this is not for me to say that I blame the helicopter pilots. I'm just saying that, you know, we have to put things in perspective when it comes to accidents like this. And we have to have some grace. We really do. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless of what kind of maneuverability that the helicopter had, at the end of the day, mistakes happen. Things happen, right? I'm not saying they made a mistake. I'm not saying that the pilot the plane made a mistake. I'm just saying that we all human, right? And it would just it would just take time to go. I think everything happened for a reason. I think that our lives are planned out, and unfortunately, we have a lot of folks in this world that have lives that are ended violently um, for whatever reason, right? And I'm a very spiritual person. I do believe that we choose who we want to be before we come into this earth in the spiritual realm. And I have to believe that we choose how we're going to perish when we leave this earth, right? But that's not to say that we can't pray for folks, and that's not to say that we can't be sympathetic and be just kind to people. You know what I'm saying? So let's take some time, to hug our loved ones, give our loved ones a call, go see our loved ones. Just hug your folks tight, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This plane was literally 15 seconds away from the landing strip. There was landing, right? So folks have been in an airplane, understand how landing procedures are. You know what I'm saying? Like you open the windows, or you open the shades of the plane. The flight attendants, there was two of them. That's why I know it was a very small plane. They sit in their seats. I forget what they call them now. And basically you're watching the horizon. I know every time I've been in a plane, countless times, I've watched the horizon as the plane is about to hit the runway. And just imagine literally seeing the Potomac, seeing the airport, because I'm pretty sure they probably saw the airport before they got there, and then all of a sudden a blaze of fire and you're gone. It's tough, y'all, but I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. You want me to discuss a topic or a subject, then to benefit your channel, email me at asog757@gmail.com. My email address, subscription below. Say so G, signing out. I'm gone.